They wanted to find somebody who was talented, and then they wanted to try to develop them and create an artist or a star with longevity. Now they look at views and streams, and they take you at the height of your own development, burn you out,
and take a portion of everything you earn. I was in my lawyer's office when I was like 20 years old, and I heard this shit. It resonated with me. He didn't know I could hear him talking. Artists are like horses. The managers, the lawyers, we all are like jockeys. And we just ride them until they can't ride no more, and then we just move on to the next.
I feel cool about that. Like, why wouldn't you want longevity in the business so cutthroat?
But at the end of the day,
real music by real artists. This is the sound of freedom with Mark Devlin.
You know, Your Honor, and throughout this entire court case, you haven't looked me or my attorney in the eye once. It's obvious that you're not here in search of justice. So therefore, there's no point in me asking for a lighter sentence. I don't care what you do because you're not respecting us. This is not a court of law as far as I'm concerned. No justice is being served here. And you still can't look me in the eye. And so I say, do what you want to do. Give me whatever time you want, because I'm not in your hands. I'm in God's hands.
I am a natural person with my God-given rights. I am free to determine how I shall live my life. I am not your property. I do not belong to you. You are not the boss of me. Don't tell me what I ought to do. Don't tell me what's illegal to do to my own self. If I want, I should be able to ruin my own health or take my own life. After all, it's only mine to lose. I'm not condoning it, but we should have the right to choose whatever we want, long as we not doing harm to others. This hypocritical justice system's a lot of rubbish. They make us swear on the Bible until the God above us. The same one who told his son to say you're not to judge us. Yet the law that does this is based on a religion that says the way for man to be like God is by forgiving. But still they fill the prisons. They quick to give us time. There ain't no justice when the punishment don't fit the crime. Yeah, I am leading the revolution of my spirit, body, and mind. Yeah, inside of me is a solution to any problem I find. I'm gonna love myself and take responsibility for my life, cause God gave me the liberty to live my life the way I think I ought to. Yeah, the definition of capitalize is to take advantage of. So the purpose of capitalism is to capitalize on us. They be capitalizing every single letter in our names. If you think it don't mean nothing, you better think again. Turn a person to a slave, a corporation to a person. They claim it's getting better as the situation worsens. They trying to prevent us, the 99%, from understanding that a natural person's rights are heaven sent. The rules and regulations that they make do not apply to us. They lie to us to try to justify the reasons why we must agree and follow. Even though our leaders' motto's obvious, they all about the dollars, yet they hollering in God we trust. Pretending that they religious by reading passages from the Bible, all the while misleading the masses with their brainwashing tactics. They using Jesus of Nazareth, name in vain to claim they fame. These heathens speaking blasphemous. Yeah, I am leading the revolution of my spirit, body, and mind. Yeah, inside of me is a solution to any problem I find. I'm gonna love myself and take responsibility for my life, cause God gave me the liberty to live my life the way I think I ought to. Yeah, I am speaking on behalf of my people with no voice. Ain't no sovereignty or freedom, they leave us with no choice. Yet they claim it's liberty, but I say it's quite contrary. Take a look at history, you'll see that they ain't fighting fairly. Ain't no thinking differently, you gotta pay the price to vary. Tell me why the government doesn't give gays the right to marry. They got no right to tell you who you not allowed to love. I reiterate, religion states you're not allowed to judge. Yet these Christian politicians call us all a bunch of thugs. They hit us with a sentence for a small amount of drugs. It's funny how they keep liquor and tobacco legal, yet they take more lives together than ecstasy, crack, and needles. And the weed and shrooms that we consume are not actually lethal, but the government will ban it if they cannot tax the people. To me, the reason for the war on drugs is more than obvious. They profiting by stopping us from exploring our consciousness. Yeah, I am leading the revolution of my spirit, body, and mind. Yeah, inside of me is a solution to any problem I find. I'm gonna love myself and take
sound of freedom.
Yo, red pill reveals the illusion. Red pill and mask the current confusion. Red pill gives you the solution to change your views, accept what the truth is. Red pill allows the dots to be connected. The Council on Foreign Relations selects the president before the election. Woodrow Wilson said, "You better never mention their name above a whisper." They use food as a weapon, says Henry Kissinger. You wouldn't be mad at the doctor for diagnosing cancer. I am just a messenger. That sounds like a theory. No, there really is a conspiracy. The government worked with Timothy Leary, testing LSD at universities for mind control purposes, read declassified briefings. Sounds far-fetched. Are you kidding? This is their document, not my opinion. Why are you getting so upset? Look at them chemtrails stretched from horizon to horizon. The Illuminati owns Verizon. No one died at Sandy Hook. They were lying. They're wiretapping our conversations. America's been taken over by the United Nations. You can't believe everything you see on the internet. There's pink elephants. You really think the government would harm their own residents? Bro, they the ones that did Oklahoma in 9/11. They the real terrorists. Man, you're taking it too far. Dr. Judy Wood proved the weapons used to bring down the towers were scalar. Check Mark Passio's lecture. It's called The Dark Side of Tesla. I'm just one person. What can I do? For starters, we can't be scared to be martyrs. Well, I got a son and a daughter. You want your children growing up under the thumb of the New World Order? New World Order? What is that? Read William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse from front to back. Silent weapons for quiet wars. They pour fluoride into the water is why you ain't thinking. Man, there's nothing wrong with the water I am drinking. Fluoride is what's used in rat poison. It is? Yeah, read the label, then turn off the cable, then do a Google search on all the similarities between Kennedy and Lincoln, or all the coke smuggled into Arkansas by the Clintons. Oh, now the government's involved in the drug trade as well? Well, riddle me this. How can we stop the Gestapo but can't stop a Chicano from bringing drugs across the border in his El Dorado? I guess you got a point. Research Gary Webb. He got killed for this shit that he said. Then check out Kennedy's last speech about secret societies. A week later, he shot in the head and the bullet came from the front seat. Front seat? I didn't see that on the TV. Because the media is controlled. It's a facade. They killed him in front of Texas's first Masonic Lodge on the 33rd parallel, where a lot of famous ritual assassinations occur. He was going to end the Federal Reserve and tell the truth about the aliens found at Roswell. He was going to dismantle the CIA, so they took him out the same way as Hiram Abiff in the Masonic play. Makes a lot of sense, the stuff that you say, but I still ain't convinced. As you shouldn't. You gotta do the research yourself to see the fingerprints. I'll give you a hint. It goes back to Babylon, the cult of Aton, assassins, Templars, the Priory of Zion, Jesuits, all roads lead to the Vatican, the army of Shaitan, offspring of the Nephilim, who are the Elohim. Seems like I got a lot of research. Well, look at it like a detective on a treasure hunt for the Holy Grail, which is knowledge. Make it fun. You won't find the truth in college. There is no education, just Common Core indoctrination. Man, this stuff is really deep. How do you sleep? It's the truth that sets you free. But wait, do you know there's a difference between America and the United States? I thought they were the same thing. Nah, they're completely different. See, America went bankrupt in 1871, and the London bankers said that they wouldn't be lending any more credit unless collateral would be pledged in the name of that debt. In that instant, we became a security on the stock market. Notice your name in all capital letters on your license, social security, and birth certificate. I always wonder why it was written like this. It signifies you're a corporation under the jurisdiction of maritime legislation. Maritime? What is that? Law of the waters compared to law of the land that our founding fathers had in mind when they signed the Declaration of Independence, but with the stroke of a treasonous pen, we all became slaves again when they created the U.S. citizen. D.C. is not American. It's a city-state with its own constitution. United States, all capital letters, that's D.C., and that's no different than a Fortune 500 company. Well, what can we do to break free? We weren't disclosed the contracts we were signing, so they're null and void, so go and claim your sovereignty. Boy, this is a lot to remember. We'll do it little by little. Before you know it, you will have figured out the riddle. Okay, let me get to work. I'll call you in a week and tell you what I found on my search.
I've been 3 decades in the darkness, 3 decades in the wilderness, 3 decades of amnesia, and now I'm beginning to remember. I know you're thinking that we haven't met. Don't get too perplexed, but hear me before you step when I say, my God, you look familiar. I am beginning to remember that we're born of light, created to shine long before infinity could tell time, and we cannot be denied. So now I'm beginning to shed this programming. I am beginning to realize that these people that I hate, I don't really know them. But it's a patriotic thing to do. So
So now I'm beginning to move away from manipulation towards self-actualization, towards wisdom and inner peace, and the turbulent seas like an absence of the breeze. And I am really beginning to like this energy. I am beginning to realize that there's no separation between God and me. So now I'm beginning to be like a tree. For no tree has branches so foolish as to fight among themselves, and we're all branches of the same tree called humanity, and I need you to remember. Now I'm beginning to straighten my back, raise up off my knees, my connection to sun, moon, and star get decreed like I was Cherokee, recognizing its oneness, the spirit outside is TP, and for the first time in my life, I am free. How could I have been so shallow as to wage war against my shadow? Born of the same spirit, just different faces. But now I'm beginning to remember that the fight is not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high and low places. I am beginning to remember that my free will cannot be bought. I'm a member of the ground crew sent to stop the onslaught. So no longer shall I major in victimology opposed to opportunity. Not when I was born with a winning credential, a spirit that's celestial. So Today I'm like a team of army rangers, and even though we're so-called strangers, not one soul get left behind. So the question is, can these bones live? And without a shadow of a doubt, I assure you that the answer is affirmative. Oh, ye of little faith, you were born to win, destined to be great. What comfort do you find in these aches and pain? Why do you endorse the crying game? Why do you deny that you're a reflection of the Most High? And why do you allow yourself to be manipulated into shame? Come on, think. It is important that you remember, for everything in our lives we're responsible. So my dear friend, is it possible that the reason we're dissatisfied with our condition, impatient with our solution, is because we've been asking the wrong question? Those who dance are considered insane by those who can't hear the music, and volunteer victims soon grow sick of a life that's all too basic. Your light, vibrating consciousness. So why do you choose to cooperate with this wickedness? Why live your life trying to please human beings who know nothing about being human? Because if they did, it would be understood that the true meaning of compassion is without ridicule, allowing a man to pursue his passion, without tyranny, affording a woman the opportunity to manifest her destiny, to dream the impossible dream, to shoot for the moon, to live among the stars. Within the questions lies the answer to all the concerns of your heart. And it is critically important that you find peace long before your decease. So forgive my intrusion, this mental fender bender, but now more than ever I need you to remember. They have rolled the dice and now your life is at stake. Whether you ride or die depends on your ability to stay awake, aka your emotional maturity. But without the question, ladies and gentlemen, there can be no clarity. I'm talking about a commitment to total responsibility. A lack thereof places your life in jeopardy. But unlike Alex Trebek, today I am giving you the questions. Hopefully they'll cut through the upholstery, penetrate deep into the extrasensory. Like a brain on a treadmill, I am trying to jog your memory. So help me help you escape this penitentiary. First question is, who's in charge of your destiny? Can someone actually make you mad? Or did you choose to linger in resentment? Are you loving everything that you do? Or is this the life your parents prescribed for you? Your job, is that your passion being manifested on the physical scene? Or are you just building someone else's dream? I hope I didn't lose you, but within the answers to those questions lies the direct quality of your future. So it is important that you remember. Now, do you really believe that someone else can complete you? Or there's any human being above or beneath you? Who besides yourself can break your heart? Victor or victim, who chooses your path? Everything is a choice. Are you aware of that as yet? And would you be mad at me if I told you that no one can make you angry? You chose to be upset. The challenges of life are here to make us better, not bitter. Did you realize that everyone is your teacher? To balance the equation, you become their teacher in turn, and the lesson repeats until the lesson is learned. So who's in charge of your happiness? Your emptiness, your loneliness? Most of your words are senseless, and someone else's opinion of you is none of your business. So why do you choose to sing along with the given chorus? What gives your life purpose? When did you become so pacified, and what will it take for you to be satisfied? Do you know how much I love you? Of course not. I can't tell you that. What if you don't love me back? I'd rather wait until you're laying in a mahogany box. Such a paradox, but isn't that how the script is usually read? So the question is, do you honor the living as passionately as you mourn the dead? Remember when you would leap and grow your wings on the way down? What happened to that? Remember when you used to live in the moment? Of course not. You were only 2 then, and since then you were trained to repress who you are, your sense of adventure. But this poem wouldn't be so long if it wasn't important that you remember. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Better yet, how much quiet time do you set aside to deprogram your mind? Remove the blindfold and behold, you're so much more than you've been told. You're like an emperor who chooses a panhandle like the sun, believing it were a mere candle. You were born blessed, never cursed it. You behave like the ocean, dying of thirst. Your burden is heavy, they have pumped you filled with fear. But I can feel your spirit now. You're tired. You want to put an end to all this illusion, delusion, confusion. You just want the chaos to cease. You want peace. So now you can no longer ignore that little voice in your core telling you that this life, it just has to be about something more. And just like you, I don't want no enemies. I want love, peace, harmony. I want to sit in the presence of a loving family. One called humanity, dipped in spirituality with their sense and sensibility. But they're feeding us complexity, stereotypes and warlike theories. And we're oblivious to the fact that mentally we're chained in slavery. How could we be so blind?
Now, that would be my view entirely. But let's watch what Ice-T, the rapper, said yesterday about his interpretation of the Second Amendment.
The right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny, not to hunt. It's to protect yourself from the police.
Can make the day seem right and make the darkness bright. That's what you do.
I was lost in the darkness, my sight obstructed. I was blinded by the night until my eyes adjusted. In my mind constructed a new perception of reality. Self-reflection had me questioning my sanity. What's real, what's fake, is it all an illusion? The more I contemplate, the more that it causes confusion. So I draw the conclusion, life is a canvas upon which I paint a picture of my grandest vision. Follow my intuition, I use my energy to bring my dreams into fruition. This is not a superstition, it's scientific fact. Everything is energy and energy attracts like energy. Vibration is the language of the universe. Whatever you experience, your thoughts and feelings choose it first. Stay conscious of the frequency you vibrate. Make sure that your mind state resonates at a high rate. Try to break the cycle of negative and repetitive thinking that leaves you sinking in sorrow so that you never live. Better give it all you got. Are you big or are you not? Are you down a ride or are you hiding in the parking lot? Start the ignition, put the pedal to the flow. If you never face your fears, then you never gonna grow. Diesel automatic and conscious MC from the darkness. We emerge so our hearts are set free.
Believe these are my deepest bars, my sleeping scars and shackle charge. I'm bleeding on his beats, my art's defeating all the darkness march. Part of the ways to save the cross, paid the cost of lost the boss. Outcast with his rash ripped off, suffered lots or ego drop. My heart is like an angel heart, my frequency's increasing sharp. Sinking with the source of God, the numbers on my path and chart. They let me know I'm supercharged and not too far apart from being right back mountains. My theory, natural mother's goddess arms. Universal spectrum bars, gambit with my tarot cards. Supernova blasting hard, somatic palm. Shape shifting Taurus, tetrahedron star. Resonating elevation throughout the global nation, remind of who we really are. Syncretism, lyricism, inoculating pessimism, anti-gravitating despotism with bigoted visions. Conscious rhythm, cataclysm, buried risen, zombie demon exorcism. Your dominant disease seems to be off mental prison. Corporatism, terrorism, I'm everyism re-envisioned. And once my crush is seen, Kundalini creature christened. I'm amping up and refracting unconditional Abacus action through the experiential vector's prism. Keep it conscious, get big wisdom. Rebuilding ancient truth back into the system. Conscious and diesel, divine and lethal. Preaching in the church in a fully activated crystalline cathedral.
Conscious music for changing times. This is the Sound of Freedom with Mark Devlin.
Feds, Federal Reserve. Reserve yourself, Federal Reserve. Serve. I wrote a letter to the government. Some nerve. Am I a hero? If I question the dollar bill, the World Bank's the euro. Pounding my head against the wall like, God damn it, you are such a zero. But yeah, can I borrow that? Can I? Knowing a man in debt is a man still trapped. Serve.
change your ways. Money will make your day. Money will make you kill. Money will make you steal. Come on, let me show you how to get this money. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. Take the money and run. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. You know I gotta get it, girl. I gotta get me some money. Will break your heart. Money will tear love apart. Money will make you sin. Money will make you lose your friend. Come on, let me show you how to get this money. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. And I'ma be the one to go. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. You know I gotta get it, girl. I gotta get me some. Gotta get that money. I gotta get that money. I gotta get that money. Money. I gotta get that money. I gotta get that money. I gotta get that money. Money.
I got money in my pocket, I got money in the bank. Money in my closet, I got money in the safe. Money I deposit, I got money that I waste. Money in my wallet, throw this money in your face. Money on my mind, think about it every day. Think about it every hour, collect money, money hours. Bathing with some money, so about to have a money shower. Better have my money ready, pumps the engine. When you see me, pumps are sweating, Bobby.
I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I'ma be the one to go. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some. I gotta get it, girl. I gotta get me some.
I can buy the things I never could afford. When I was penny pitching, now I got it. Everybody treat me different. Now you want a diamond ring and Michael Kors. Damn, ain't it funny how your money make a woman pay attention?
The sound of freedom. The sound of freedom.
Who's that man I see underneath the hanging tree? He looks just like me. So tell me, am I really free? Could have been my mother crying for my brother. everybody's praying for peace. But who's gonna protect us from the police? Keep these chains off me, 'cause I don't wanna be another seat underneath the hanging tree. Pray for me, Lord, don't let me be another seat underneath the hanging tree. Brains on our bodies, color of purple fruit. Shoot. Power of the blind. Spent on designers that don't give a damn about you. Am I just living to die? Cause the way they do my kind, I just wanna cry. Chains off me. I don't wanna be another seat underneath the hanging tree. Pray for me, Lord, don't let me be another seat underneath the hanging tree. Just the other day, on the corner of the street, he was shouting loud as he staggered round. He could hardly keep his feet. Insanity and profanity, he was drunk and hating life. He was young, maybe 31, but he looked 65. He can't run, but he can't hide. He has made his choice in life. This is how he spent his days, and it's where he spend his nights. It don't matter what or how he tries, he's got nowhere to go. He just needs a hit or a little fix. It's all he's ever known. Homeless, he's got nowhere to call home. He's got nothing he can call his own. Gotta live his life alone. He's homeless. He's only got one guarantee. He will end his life in misery. Still he walks the city street. On his bridges he has burned, he has nothing left to show. Since the day he lost control and he left his family home. Addiction, his affliction, it's a fight he'll never win. 6'1" and full of fun, but the secrets lie within. He can't run, he can't hide all his future plans and doubts. wife don't know what to do. Try so hard to work it out, but no matter how she fought his ways, the things she tried to say, he was lost to her and everyone, and left one rainy day. Oh, he's got nowhere to call home. He's got nothing he can call his own. He's gotta live his life alone. Oh yeah. He's homeless. He's only got one guarantee. He will end his life in misery. Still he walks the city street. So many friends have tried to help him be the man he was, but what will be, what's done is done. We all know he has a chance to make it through the rain. He was such a hero in his day, and he'll be back again.
say all men are created equal, but I don't quite understand what that means. Many have died to uphold these freedoms that they want to change and reverse the dream.
It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
I'm soul searching all day, working to pay the man his due. And every time I look around, I'm wondering what he's gonna do with you. You may feel like you're slipping and sliding, but God knows I've got the will. Yeah, yeah. I work hard putting bread on the table, so I need every dollar bill. Let me tell you, gotta fight for the right in this world to have a good life. You gotta
taking it back. The Truth Trip.
We can put a man up in space, but on Earth it's just a rat race. Is this the future? We got people working 9 to 5, while over 10% are trying to stay alive. Is this the future? Crime is up, education is down, but the Dow Jones is on the rebound. Is this the future? Ronald Reagan says stay the course, but only a fool would want to endorse this kind of future. Every day as I go my way, I can hear the people as they say,
"Hey brother, can you stay a dime? I don't want to end up doing time."
but they say it's just a sign of the future. That I thought I'd buy, but the interest rates were just too high. Is this the future? Worked years perfecting my craft. Now my boss is giving me the shaft. Is this the future? Used to eat steaks and caviar. Now it's peanut butter and a candy bar. Is this the future? My money is nearly spent. Don't have enough to pay the rent. You can cancel the future. Every day as I go my way, I can hear the people as they say,
"Hey brother, can you stay a dime? I don't want to end up doing time."
but they say it's just a sign of the future.
opportunity knocks the rent's crazy for the house. The size of a box, it's an arm and a leg to keep clothes on your back. The daily run, push and shove, you just can't hack. When payday comes around, you go to pick up a check. Your money never sees your pocket, so out on deck.
Higbee shot the president, he had nothing to lose. Wanted Jody to see him on the eyewitness news. Cops shooting up all of the citizens to find out the next day the guy's innocent. The young girls being raped and taken by force, but all the people getting married just to get divorced.
Sign of the time. Can't really blow your mind.
Working for minimum wage, 1 foot in the grave, and all the rich folks screaming they're underpaid. Daddy's in jail, doing 20 to life. He has a family back home with 5 kids and a wife. Girls run away from home with no way to survive. She had to sell her body to stay alive.
Nowadays on the trains and the buses you see people fighting for seats with the elderly. Mama down by the bedside on her knee. So much crime, it ain't safe for her to walk the street. Because times are hard, you either do it or die. You can run and ignore, but you can't hide.
Man, when is it ever gonna be peace?
The only way there's gonna be peace, man, is when God is seated at the conference table. I'm telling you.
We can work it out. We need a little bit of peace and love and unity.
I don't know about that, man. With all this time that's still gone by, it just ain't never gonna end.
That's why it's time for all love to come together.
And I hope it's soon, or we'll all be lost.
Sign of the time. Can't really blow your mind.
With the tax, sipping on martinis with a little coke, and then the headline reads a drug overdose. Magazine expose our beauty queen, the American dream. What does it mean?
Born tis of being our country. Don't take things as they appear to be. The same babies cry by their mother's side. Sweet land of liberty for spacious sky. We got actors running for president. So what the hell's going on with this government?
No hurt is worse than a mother's pain when the love for her child goes down a drain. She's been used and abused, but would never expect that the child she birthed would give her no respect. Car dealer wanted to make quick cash, tried to buy the coke, you don't drink out of a glass.
Nowadays kids are growing up too fast, learning more in the street than they do in class, dealing drugs on the corner at the age of 10. Ma said if you go to jail, you got to stay in. Speeding in the fast lane, going no place, and when it's over, you see that it was all a waste.
Found with the letter by your bedside, you ended your life, committed suicide. Mama searching in the trash for bottles and cans, while the kids stood by with outstretched hands, while a man holds $1 in so much praise in this land of the free and home of the brave.
The same people getting shot over nickels and dimes.
Don't you know that it's all a sign of the times?
to avoid it cause it gets me mad to see kids walking around with nothing on the feet. They're looking through the garbage for something to eat, and there's dirt on their faces, lies in their head. They're walking on the street, man, it just ain't fair to have things like this in the world today. Just listen, fucking people, what I have to say. Hear me out there, human too. So about the situation, what you gonna do? You could try to help out, but getting there more because little kids time that it just ain't funny. When you think you get mad, it makes you cry. Cause no one likes to see any little kids die. Instead of wasting money making nuclear bombs, they should use that money for extending bombs. Golden rules. Some people don't care, and I think that's wrong. They should see what it's like to have nothing to eat, without clothes on their back or shoes on their feet. Well, I change the subject, I change it quick, cause seeing people dying just makes me sick. Well, I take a break just for a short time, so the other whack rappers can't fight my rhymes.
You should only believe in one God. You shouldn't call God bad names. You should go to church every Sunday. Listen to Mummy and Daddy and do what they say. You shouldn't hurt or murder anyone. You should only go with one person you love. You should not steal. Don't ever tell lies. Don't be jealous of what other people have.
These are God's golden rules.
Golden rules, 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 golden rules. Stay off the road, no, no tree bad. So I try to avoid it cause it gets me mad to see kids walking around with nothing on their feet. They're looking through the garbage for something to eat, and there's dirt on their faces, lies in their head. They're walking on the street, man, it just ain't fair to have things like this in the world today. Just listen, fucking people, what I have to say.
Sound of freedom.
Ital were ital and a vegan were vegan. I eat from the earth and leave the animals to give birth. No deaders, no fur, no feathers. When I tell people I don't eat meat, fish or dairy, they look at me strangely. They don't realize I eat a wide variety. Listen to Maccabee. Yeah, how when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan. When me no eat no meat, no fish, no cheese, no egg. Nothing with no foot, no eye, no wing, no head. Nothing with no lips, no ears, no toe, no leg. Me prefer fruit and vegetable instead. Me careful and me choose about what I'm eating. Me medicine, me food is me medicine. When me tell people that me no eat them the thing, they look for me and scratch them chin and start wondering how when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan man. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. You want me eat? I eat cantaloupe, ackee, sweet potato, yam, banana, and tomato, cabbage, spinach, avocado, chocho, butter, bean, and cocoa, courgette, millet, plantain, rice and peas and pumpkin, mango, dates and guava, chickpeas and cassava, Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, onion, fennel and cucumber, plum, pear and papaya, aubergine and soya, lime, lentils and quinoa, homemade bread and homemade flour, watercress and okra, tofu and sweet pepper, couscous and carrot, broccoli and coconut, peaches, apples, apricot, breadfruit, jackal, sour, sap, pistachios, to choose an almond, walnut, peanut, salsa, pecan, sesame seeds, sunflower, lemon, orange, pineapple and melon, bulgur wheat and garlic, hitchiki and rocket, pacho and pomegranate, kiwi, corn and turnip, berries, cherries and strawberries, beetroot, grapefruit and celeries. You see the meat not necessary. We tell them say, when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. When me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. When me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. When me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. Look how me big and me say look how me strong. Some people can't believe say I could be a vegan. If you want a healthy body, check the real Rasta man. Cause Rasta man will tell you about the right nutrition. Me get me calcium, me sodium, me get potassium, me get me zinc, me get me iron and me magnesium. Instead of yam the fish, me yam what the fish yam. Like the Kelvin Irish ones that go in at the ocean. Me get me proteins and me mineral, me get me calorie, the vitamins A, the B, the C, the D, the E, the F, the G. Essential fatty acid like the omega-3. Me get me fiber and me carbohydrates in my body. Don't forget your water, drink a few glasses a day. The toxins in your body just flush them away. Some of the things you eat stop in your body and decay. When it comes to food, I don't play. Me tell them say, when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. When me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. When me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. When me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. A lot of people would have stopped eating meat if they had to kill the animal before they could have eat. Look at the way the animal and get treated. Unsanitary condition where some of them keep it. We're supposed to eat the meat, we would have shot it. You wouldn't need a knife and a fork, you know see it. You can't eat it raw, you have to cook it complete and put on vegetable seasoning to make it taste sweet. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish or no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a. It's up to you. You can eat what you want to. You can be a vegan and you can be healthy too. There's a lot of choice around, many foods around you. Me just remember, some more me forget to tell you. The nectarines, the clementines, the tangerines and guanabana, lycheos and ginger, kale and spirulina, mung beans, whole milk pasta, and etc, etc. No deaders, no feathers.
Don't you find it kind of funny that some folks are so poor, all they have is money, bought into the illusion, blinded by the confusion. I've been watching people losing their minds. I got away in the nick of time from fake reality and false duality that was never meant to be. We were born to be free. Pray for peace. Meditate for love. Shine through the darkness. Anchor in the light from above. Pray for peace. Pray. Meditate for love. Meditate. Shine through the dark. how you feel. So, how do you feel? Tell me how you feel. Pray. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Meditate for love. Meditate for love. Shine through the darkness. Shine, shine, shine. Anchor in the light from above. Pray. Pray for peace. Oh. Meditate for love. Meditate for love. Shine through the darkness. Oh. Anchoring the light from above. Anchoring the light from above. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Watching people losing their mind. Yeah. Yeah. Pray for peace. Oh. Meditate for love. Yeah. Shine through the darkness. Oh. Anchoring the light from above. Anchoring the light from above. Pray for peace. Pray, pray, pray. Meditate for love. Oh. Shine through the darkness. Pray, pray, pray. Anchoring the light from above.
This is the Sound of Freedom with Mark Devlin. Conscious music, switched on artists, good vibrations.
Is this the end? People fighting, can't they pretend that we're at peace and the walls of past can fall at our feet? Don't put no weight on the price of your soul. They're gonna turn back time, I'm telling you so. Back to the start. Bombs are dropping, breaking your heart, twisting you and telling them exactly what's true. But you know they hold the words that you make. Let them free when you've got nothing to say. Gripping you like they've got you on lockdown, girl. Oh, you ain't breaking away. You've got to help yourself. Don't go that way. Yeah, you know they own your soul. Hey, yeah. Hey, universe. Center yourself with the universe. Center yourself with the universe. Center yourself with the universe. And follow the equinox. Some part of you knows everyone is called, but many forget to go. Some part of you knows. Shine the light of truth into the shadows, past the circus of destruction. Shine the light of truth into the shadows, past the circus of destruction. There's never been a greater need for change in our world. There's never been a greater need for change in our world.
En camino a superar tus desafíos, a conectarte con tú mismo y a lo que has venido. En camino a conectar la mente, el cuerpo, el espíritu y a alinearte con la tierra y con sus seres vivos. Vas el camino al crecimiento hacia la evolución, recorriendo cada lección con atención te hará mejor. En camino a relajar la mente y la emoción y respirar sin parar para escuchar tu corazón. En camino a iluminar tu propia luz, sincronizando con la tierra, luna, el sol y con Abku.
The conqueror is the person who looks outside himself to make order rather than making clear his own mind. For all he sees and speaks is based